is the food forest section that I was working on last year. This is where I dug in the swales, and we've now got massive amounts of grass growing. I'll show you around what I've got now. So we had a really long, hard, dry season. I've been here, well, it was 26 years last year, and I've never seen a dry season like that. And so quite a few of the plants that put in, trees, just didn't make it. None of the avocados up here made it at all. The lucuma, they didn't make it. The chirimoyas look like they died, but 3 of them have come back, so that's a good sign. This is a granadilla from a passiflore. I don't know what it is in English. A grenade? Oh no, that can't be right. Somebody correct me. That's suffered, it's going, so I've got another one now to go beside it, keep it company. And this is another one I've recently acquired as well. Over here, another of these capuli, the cherry, some sort of cherry. Ginda is the other name they use here. I've put the odd alder in here as well. They should go. The alders don't necessarily need to be in very wet conditions here. And beside that is the remains of that looks like an avocado tree that didn't make it. One of the swales, the second swale. Like I say, I've got so much grass to somewhat do something with it. I'm not sure. Another banana plant there, seems to be doing okay. They're a bit yellow. One of my camera traps. There's an animal that was digging into the side of the swale. I'm not sure what it is at all. It could be a rabbit, I suppose. But since I've put the camera up, it's decided it's not going to come anymore. So I still don't know what it is. That's after what, a month now. There's the beehive. It's now ready to get the top box on. The population has really boosted this last few months. Last time I checked, it was it's ready to get a what do you call it, a super? I don't know where they put the honey. There's a lot of activity today. I've been waiting for some good weather to be able to lift off the lid. Today's a good day, but I haven't come prepared, and I need to bash down a bit of the weeds in front of the box as well. This is a pajuro stake, or a bean tree stake. I put in some plants last year and they did okay until the neighbour's cow got in, and they really like to eat the leaves. Some of them have returned, some of them haven't. So this, I got the opportunity to pick up some stakes from a friend, and I've put in, I think, about 30 of these all around, some up the mountainside as well. Now this was a surprise. I was given 5 bases of rhubarb, and none of them seemed to survive, and then this one has reappeared after 5 months of no rain. This is the swale that I was working on in the last video about the food forest. Expanded it all the way along. More brambles. Still got a bramble problem, as you can see there. But keep bashing them back, and it seems to wear them out in the end. This is the peach. One of the peach trees survived okay, so that's a good sign. It's probably well on its way. So to be honest, I'm at a little bit of a loss what to do next here. Whether I try and bash away at these weeds, which will carry on growing for the next 4 months if we get a decent wet season, or do I wait until the dry season starts and then get on top of them. My worry is I don't want to accidentally pull out or chop, if I'm using a machete, because I can't see any other way, chop any of my precious plants out. So if anybody knows, please let me know. The dry season was horrendous. I got a little bit depressed coming up here, I've got to say, which is why I guess it's, you know, it's gotten so overgrown now. I'm lucky. This is just, you know, a hobby for me as much as anything. I come down here as much as I can. But for the farmers, you know, who make their living off the land, it was really tough this year. So with that in mind, seeing what happened here this year, I've decided to expand the possibilities of, you know, potential of a food forest, and I'm now decided to work down closer to the river as well, on the island, to see what happens there. And I'll go and show you that now. We have this structure behind us, which I think it had a pump in there when they first set out the Lima trees. Not the prettiest. It's quite useful though, just for making a bit of quick shade if it's raining. But I've put some bougainvillea around to try and cover it over a little bit, make it a bit nicer. I don't want to get rid of it for sure. I'm on what I call the island. The main river's over that way, and then during this wet season this side can activate from time to time. There's a little bit of water in it now, and we've had some good downpours where it's, well, not really flooded into the field, but it's brought some material down. So this is the section of Lima trees. This is like a sweet lime, and we have too many of them in a way. This is a cash crop, but it's also a monoculture. So I've spent time weeding it out with the weed whacker or the whippersnipper, whichever term you prefer. But I haven't bashed everything away because leaving some islands here of weeds, and particularly milkweed, because we get monarch butterflies here, and they're just pretty, aren't they? They're lovely. Quite sweet, very watery. Quenches the thirst more than anything. My mother-in-law loves them. So this rethink of the food forest, I've decided to try and, well, expand what I was working on at the top and come down here and take advantage of the space that was just empty. This is a nogal, walnut, elderberry. It's a little bit yellow, so I put some NPK down the other day to see if it will help it along. Butterflies like the NPK. Avocado. This is a grafted avocado. Give those a try down here. I've got a couple of trees on the island already which produce a fair amount. More avocados the better, I think. Maracuya, or passion fruit, makes lovely juices. It's just beginning to get going and grabbing onto the tree that I've put it beside. This is babaco, which is a sort of papaya. Capoli, or ginda. I believe it's a sort of cherry, or certainly from the cherry family. Native. Birds, animals will love the fruit on these as much as I will. Fig. This is doing well, this one now. It's got going. And finally I got hold of some banana plants which a friend gave me. Quite excited about having my own bananas. I should be excited about every bit of fruit, but I don't know, particularly something about bananas. I just see them growing everywhere around here, and I didn't have my own. We'll see how they go. I need to get some mulch around those now. We've now had this land almost 18 months now, so we're getting to grips with what it does and what to expect. It's all a big experiment, and definitely more so the first year when you try things out and then come across, you know, issues that occur. Here we've got one. The river from time to time is just eating away at this bank. It's only sand, so I've put bamboo along the edge there, not much, I didn't have many available, and some alders as well. This is a balsa, which under the right conditions can grow 1.5 meters a year here. It's doing well, this one. Put in about 30 odd of these in different places. This is the veggie garden area, which is looking a bit sad. I had a lot of success with it last year, particularly with tomatoes, but this year it's been so wet they haven't happened. What do very well are courgettes. The other day I prepared some stakes, willow stakes, to try and get those going, and then I can put those in the area where the river is threatening the field. So last year we had horses on this island, and so I'd fenced this off. I don't need it now, and once get to grips with what works and what doesn't work here, I can certainly expand this vegetable patch out as required. So the beds, I dug a trench like this one here, and then I filled those with logs which the river bring down. I guess it's like an underground hurgle system. It seems to work okay, or I was just lucky last year with the weather. And I've got this grass. I'm going to just try an experiment here if that will work as a mulch without it actually taking hold. I don't think it will. I've got more over there which I'm going to work on now, just to lay down the paths as much as anything. So I've run out of the grass. I probably don't have long to wait, maybe a couple of weeks, and I'll be able to harvest some more. This is another plant I'm just letting go. Got a few more over there, but if they get a bit bigger, as long as they don't go to seed, then shouldn't spread out across the field too much. It'll be something I have to keep my eye on. Meanwhile, I think they're going to be very, very useful. This is the stream that activates when it rains really, really hard. It's now raining up in the mountains, so I've got to keep my eye on it just to make sure I can get across from the island back to the main side. I did build a bridge over there using a log that would down in the river all of last year. Used a car jack and brute force to lift it up, but I didn't do it high enough, and actually the first big storm it took it out, so I need another plan. These are the last of the alders that I'm planning to plant this year. Last year I went into March, and then they didn't make it because of the dry season. They may not have made it anyway. I may have left it too late. So yeah, I've planted over 300 I think this year up the mountainside beyond there, and some over here as well, plus pajuro, the bean tree, and putuquero, which is a tree with a hardwood. They use it for pickaxe handles, and it has a very, very nice pretty flower, tubular flower, and some nisperos as well. I don't know how the nisperos will do it there, honestly. And I've planted a few balsas just down this way over here. Up the mountain, when I was trying to find out the best place to plant the alders, I was looking at the vegetation. There were some areas where the grass it wasn't a rush, but it was like obviously a grass that is in a wetter environment. and just below those are the remains of some old terraces, old stone terraces. So I concentrated on putting the alders above those stone terraces. Hopefully the plan will work. Let's see how it goes, and then next year will be, or later this year, we're doing some more. So I've got 10 left to do, and then I'll be heading home. Hopefully they'll go well. I'm not a religious person. I do find myself saying, I guess it's like a little prayer, message of hope that every tree goes in. Hope it does well. Hopefully it's got a new life, a better life being in a plastic bag. Hopefully it become a big tree. That's what I wish for. We shall see. Time will tell. See you again soon. Bye for now.